Oh man. Predator Badlands has a big weekend and it sets some franchise records. But that was really the only thing that did well this weekend. Box office struggling. The Christy Martin doc with Sydney Sweeney. That struggled. Will Running Man be the next one to struggle? We'll talk about that. Is the manufactured star an issue? Not saying talent, saying what the system does. A story that I think stinks to high heaven is apparently the Rambo prequel is going for a lighter tone. My follow-up is, why make it? There is some Uncharted potential news. Rian Johnson's talking about the Star Wars trilogy again. All that and more on today's show with myself and John Roca. So let's get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about. Cool. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It's Monday. Joining me on the show as always, John Roca is here.
How's it going, everybody?
Good to have you on the show as always, John.
Thank you.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I drove up to LA. A bunch of us got together. We have I have a huge friend coalition, and we got together for a dude night. We hadn't got together in a long time. Went to a friend's house and hung out all night. And then I drove back home after 5 hours. So I drove up.
Tough.
And then drove back home. So 5.5 hours. So yesterday was lying on the couch watching NFL. That was my day. Yeah.
Nice. I started watching and I have to kind of push through it. It's Eddington.
Oof, good luck.
I don't love it.
It's not a good Ari Aster film. It really isn't. I don't know where he's at after Beau is Afraid in Eddington. I don't know where you go with this.
It's fairly dull. That's what it is.
Like it's dull. If it was intellectually stimulating, or that'd be something, but it's not even that.
No. You know what I wound up doing is that I already seen him. I actually right now I'm counter programming this show with something else right now. I am making public right now the Welcome to Derry episode 3 reaction. I saw that already a couple days ago, but then my 14-year-old who's into horror stuff, well, she's almost 14, she'll be 14 in like 2 weeks, but she's a big horror fan. And so she's like, Dad, will you watch Welcome to Derry with me? And I was like, so it could be our show. I was like, sure. So we watched episode 1. Yeah, it was so adorable because like I love seeing like the good person in there, and like because for spoilers, I said, I won't spoil the whole thing, but there's something that happens at the end of episode 1.
Pretty shocking.
And shocking, but there's one particular thing that happens concerning like I don't want to say anything. I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't seen it, but there's one particular character that something happens to, and of all the other shit that was going on, my daughter she was fine with it. Like the opening scene is just tough in general, but like she was watching, but that just she was a mess. She was a mess. So I'm watching her, and like I had to hug her and get her back to, and then I was like, you know what we should do? Let's watch episode 2. We'll watch like the beginning of it because that will get your head. Well, it got her head off of that moment. It wasn't the show itself. It was that moment. So then she's like, you're right. I feel better in it too. And she was so locked into it. She's like, now she's like hyper fixated on the show. She loves it. Right. Like that song for Welcome to Derry is one of the best opening credit songs. It is such a great juxtaposition of what the show is. And like, I thought that maybe they made that song. That's like an actual song from like the 50s. It's great.
There's always been an undercurrent, Kristian, as they've pitched the Norman Rockwellian version of America, the all of that 1950s, everyone's really happy. There was always an undercurrent of art that was countering that to try to expose the fallacy of that point of view. And so it's so smart to use a song from that time that is absolutely about confronting that. And you see that in cinema for the 1950s as well. So I think it's smart to go back in time to grab something like that to use for this film. Also, series, also because it's time specific and using that song.
Well, it's also the amount of stuff that's going on in the animated that it's all relevant. It's very similar, strangely enough, to Demon Slayer. Like if you watch Demon Slayer, opening credits basically shows you everything that's going to happen within the season, but does it in a way where it doesn't spoil anything. You're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. This is doing the same thing.
Yep.
And There was episode 3, which I liked. Did you watch it?
Not yet. I'm watching it this afternoon.
I liked 3.
Okay.
It was my daughter's least favorite. But I liked it. I thought it tied in a lot of things. But I'll tell you one thing I didn't like. It was the first one Muschietti hasn't directed. But I'll tell you what I didn't like. There's two overuses of bad CGI in it.
Oh, okay.
And it ripped me out of it, and it didn't need it because the show has not needed bad CGI to have scares and creepy. I think it's done it on its own. There's 2 particular moments that are just I'm watching, I'm like, whoa, and then this thing happens. I'm like, well, that almost looks like Scorpion King. It's so bad. And I was like, oh, I'm like, I was in the moment, and I'm like, right. And then by the end, they do it again, and I'm like, you don't need that. I'm like, the moment you need, but you could do it in a way that you've been shooting somewhere. Muschietti had been shooting in the first 2 episodes that you didn't need it. But yeah, the bike scene is definitely one of them. In the very beginning, like in the woods, something happens, and I'm like, because they're doing something in the woods that's so creepy, and you're like, oh, that's creepy. And then there's a thing you're like, that just looks like a big computer thing running after him. I'm like, I don't believe that is happening at all, and I want to because I'm so locked into the moment. Right, but that's it. I mean, I'm just saying that you don't need CGI. Note that this show is good. It's a very good show. Yeah, you just don't need it.
Muschietti loves it though, right? Remember it? I mean, he used it so well.
He didn't direct this. He didn't direct this.
Oh, I know, but he's the him and
he's
Barbara
the EP.
Showrunner. So they're going to prove this stuff. But yeah, I mean, I wonder if like seeing the first 2 episodes, you go, well, maybe he should come do Brave and the Bold. But there were still criticisms about that demon baby in the first episode. And then you go with the CGI, and then you go into the CGI in this episode, and you wonder, oh, well, those instincts of his are still there to indulge in CGI, just like where they were at the end of or in the Flash. So, like, I wonder if you walk away from this series when it's all over, going, you know what, Muschietti should do Brave and Bold, or go, yeah, I get it why they moved on from it, which is what I'll
tell you. So far, I'm in the former.
Yeah, I know. So far, we're only 3 episodes in, right?
Because of what he's doing with character. Character development's awesome in this show, and the story. I care about
the
young
girl who's the lead is so good, man.
She's so good. She's so good.
She's
so good. And I just think that the story is really locked in. They do that, but like I said, and maybe it is a thing because he did do it in Flash. It's like, stay away from that stupid CGI shit. You don't need it. You don't need it. It costs too much money, and you don't need it.
And if you're going to spend that much money and still looks cheesy or bad,
it looks so
you're
bad.
Really wasting your time, big time.
You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you watch it. You're watching it today.
Yeah. I'm watching, like right when we're done.
There's 2 moments, and it'll just suck you right out of it. And I was like, oh, damn it! I'm like, I was so in it. I was so in it, and I was in it for the rest. It's like right when it starts, I'm like, okay, and then it happens like, and then well, don't worry about that. Watch the story. I'm like, okay, and then I'm watching the story, and then by the time you get to the end, you're like, no, stop that. What is this? It's like a bad version of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Get out of here. We're not back in 1981. Stop that. But I really like what they're doing. So anyway, so that's that. That's what I did over the weekend. That's pretty much it. We did some other stuff. Took a drive out yesterday. Had a so it was raining, but we had some we just had some stuff. What am I? Oh my god, it was so funny. It's like we went to a really nice town in Long Island. We're driving. My daughter, my little one, out of nowhere goes, "This place is a dump." And my wife and I started laughing, like, "What are you talking about? It's like a really nice place." And she goes, "It's a dump. I don't like it." And then we walk into this place and we sit down, and she's like, "Food's good. I like it." It's judgmental for an 8-year-old. She's like, "This place is a dump."
Yeah, it's a good balance you've got there with those 2.
They couldn't be more opposite, the 2 of them. I got the little one putting on lipstick, walking around with whatever the hell she's doing, and then I have then the other one who's wearing My Chemical Romance shirts and wants to watch Welcome to Derry with me. So did I tell you the Jurassic Park story where my little one was watching it with her? She loves animals. Don't mess with animals, right? And so we're watching the Jurassic Park, and then they lower the goat for the raptors.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Does anything happen to the goat?" Or whatever it was in the very beginning. One's a goat, one's a sheep. I can't remember whatever the stupid thing is in the beginning with the raptors. And I go, and at first I go, no, because I remember that they lowered the thing for the T-Rex later.
Right.
Then I realized, oh no. I said, well, actually, yeah, they eat it for lunch. And she starts crying hysterically. Yeah. Like her, she cried more about that damn thing than she did when her pet fish died.
Wow.
Like, and I was like, yeah, it was a thing. So they're both very different. Anyway.
Don't show her Food Incorporated. She'll never eat meat again.
I don't know. Maybe I should show her that. Save some money on some food. Anyway, you guys think about it. Welcome to Dairy. You liking what they're putting out there so far? You've been digging it. My daughter mentioned a couple things that I thought was interesting also. And that is that, if this is successful, they're probably going to jump back into another prequel series, which they definitely could do because of the every 27 years thing. But the thing that, and she also had a theory about one of the kids, which I thought was interesting too. But anyway, I wonder what you guys think about this show, what you like about it, what you don't. Put your thoughts in there. I'll tell you what, people like Predator. People like Predator. Badlands, it did it. It did it. It had a record franchise. It broke the record for Predator franchise. And here's what it is. The numbers are still coming in, and we'll get to those actual numbers in just a moment. But 40 million domestic opening weekend. That's a domestic debut for Predator franchise. New estimate is enough to push it over the line at 38.2 debut over Aliens vs. Predator. The film saw a drop of just 10% of business between the 15.6 opening day and the previews, followed by 14 million on Saturday, something not really seen at the box office for a tentpole since The Conjuring, Last Rites, and Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, both back in September. Part of it is the under 17 crowd, which was tiny on Friday, that essentially doubled on Saturday as word of mouth spread. Overseas, the film has pulled an additional 40 million for a global kickoff of 80 million, the biggest worldwide opening for a Predator film to date. The results come as producer Fred Rosenblatt revealed last week that the original Predator star, Arnold, has met multiple times with Dan Trachtenberg, telling Deadline. Arnold and Dan have met a couple of times now. He's a real fan of what we've done so far, from what I understand. Here's the deal. I had met with him. I said, listen, I enjoy Prey, what you did there with the people that shooting the arrows, and they said, stop that. And then he did the fighting, and he wouldn't go after the one. She said, get the doggy. And the doggy come in and he's running around, and he cannot kill the dog. He cannot. But the bear, they kill the bear, that's fine. Now they get to the new one. And then there's a little thing there. What is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it Grogu? Who knows? And then the one girl, she is there, but she's not really a girl. She is a machine. She's not the Terminator, but she's the machine. And she's ripped in half, and he holds her, and she tells him things. And he says he's got the heart. He has a heart. We root for the Predator, but they cannot do that if I come back. And if I come back, I had to be, who are you? And he used to say, I am, he doesn't say anything because he's the Predator. And then we fight. And that is it. That'll be the next one.
Yeah, perfect. I'm of two minds on this. Well, anyway,
go ahead. Go. Tell me.
I'm of two minds on this. One, I love Arnold, and I love that he'd want to come back and do Dutch in a Predator series, because it's been really interesting that he is the one person who has not come back to this franchise, right?
Right? Didn't he come back in the animated one?
Oh, well, yeah, right. There's a picture of him near the end.
All right.
But like with Terminator, he was in all of these damn Terminator movies.
Most of them, right.
And so it's like he has no problem coming back to that one. But Predator, he's been more hesitant to come back, and that to me tells me that he felt like Terminator was a little bit more resonant than Predator, so it was worth it for him to come back multiple times. Terminator franchise. I think what Dan Trachtenberg is doing is elevating this franchise. And you guys know how I feel about Predator. I think it's a glorified B movie. And I don't know that bringing Arnold back is really what this franchise needs. Do we need a nostalgia grab to satisfy a bunch of 50-year-olds who loved watching him back in the fucking 80s when they were teenagers? I don't know. I don't think that that's the way to go. Maybe a cameo, but then again, you've got to direct Arnold so he isn't as cheesy as he was in Predator. So that'll be the concern I have. But they're doing so well without him. I don't see the logic in bringing him back and maybe lowering the quality of the project to make it seem a little more B movie like. And so that's my concern, because we don't need to have him back. I'd love to see him back, but I don't think that they need it.
I think you're a lunatic.
Of course you do.
But I do understand what you're saying. But I don't disagree with you that they don't need him. They don't need him in order for it to be successful. I agree with you there.
It's the Predator who sells the Predator. It's not.
Well, no. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that it's the Predator that sells it, because I think that Shane Black will tell you that's not the truth. There's a lot of movies that have tried to do that and have not had
Well,
this,
because they sucked. These
well,
movies are good.
but that's what I'm saying is that it's not just the Predator that sells it. It's Trachtenberg right now that's selling it.
Well, the combo. I would say the combo, but yes, okay.
Well,
Fair.
sure. I mean, you got to have I mean, if you have the product and it's like, okay, look,
Right.
here's Shane Black, who didn't know what to do with it, shockingly enough, because he knew. But here's a guy that does know what to do with it, and he loves it. And I was talking to Ellis about it, who interviewed him, and the guy, he just said, this guy just breathes and bleeds this stuff. He loves Predator.
Yeah.
So because of that is why I disagree with you, because if he's forced to put Arnold in it, then I agree with you.
Yeah.
If it's like,
right.
if he's forced, then it's like, we got to put him in it.
Right.
Maybe he's like, I don't have a take. But if he's got a take and he knows how to do it,
then I trust
sign me up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll agree with you on that. If Trachtenberg has a take, because he's shown over these last 3 films that these are damn good approaches to Predator, if he's got a take to make Dutch work, then I'm in. I'm 1,000% in, and let's see what he can do. But I just don't think that they need him, because this last Predator, which we're going to get to, broke all kinds of box office records for the Predator franchise.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with you. You don't need him, but you're going to really juice it up again if you can get him back, especially when you're doing these kind of cool jumps, right? If you do this jump from like whatever was it, the late 1700s when Prey was, and then you've got whatever the hell planet or whatever this is taking place in Badlands, and then you go back, and if it's just Arnold again running around, if you get a team around him, because he's 75 years old or whatever, he's 70 years old. So I want to see what his take is, because he, to me, Trachtenberg is the guy, and this is where he has now proven the same thing that the Cobra guys did. The Cobra guys did. Most things are not, they're never truly dead. It just depends on who is running it and who can rejuvenate, right? Because no one thought Karate Kid could come back. It did. I think Terminator needs this. I think Star Wars needs this. I think that there are certain franchises that need that guy. Like, and Masters of the Universe could have that with Travis Knight. We don't know yet. We've got to see it. But that's what this guy does. So if he's been meeting with Arnold and they come up with something together and they can make it kind of gritty and cool. I don't want to see what they did in Beverly Hills Cop happen to it just did not feel like the same movie. It was fine, the last one. It was entertaining.
Sure.
But it's such a different movie in tone of what Martin Brest did in the first one.
Right. Yeah. So it's got to be, because if you watch Predator, the original one, as I said, there are cheesy moments, but there are also some pretty badass moments from Arnold where he gets into the harder edges of himself. And so I
don't see anything cheesy there, but we've also disagreed with that over.
You don't think 2 arms in close-up as their biceps flex is not fucking cheesy?
It's a product of the 80s. It's a product of the 80s. Yes. But it's amazing.
First Blood.
But it's amazing.
No cheesiness in First Blood.
It's amazing. Dylan, come on.
I don't have time to bleed. Come on.
Such a great line.
I'm not saying these
are time to duck.
I'm not saying they're not fun movies. My point is that they are cheesy, and it's fun to be cheesy. I don't have a problem with cheesy. I love those movies, but I don't think they're high art. And I think Trachtenberg is trying to elevate this franchise into art. You can be mad at me all you want, but Prey was exceptional. Killer of Killers was a fantastic.
I still haven't watched Killer of Killers. I got to watch
it. Talk about time jumps, Kristian.
Yeah.
And then Predator Badlands here, I thought was exceptional, man. Exceptional.
Yeah. Well, so either way, it did very, very well in general. So let's look at the actual numbers of the box office for what just happened all weekend rather.
Right.
And you'll see that Predator Badlands did indeed what Dark Horizon said, did 40 million. And what did it cost to make, John?
I think it was 100. 120? Let me look it up.
All right. Well, it made 80 so far. It made 80 so far. And now I don't think it's going to have much of a drop off. We'll talk about it, but I don't think Running Man's going to do very well.
There is a feeling. I'm going to say this. If even Greg and Coy didn't come out of that movie super excited for it, which I saw their out of theater reaction, they liked it, but they didn't love it. that to me is like a danger sign in my mind.
I saw it too. It didn't seem like
Yeah.
they liked it at all, to be honest.
Okay, fair.
That's
Because Coy tries to like everything, and so the fact that he couldn't even find like the real thing to love about it makes me a little concerned. By the way, the box office. Oh, sorry, the budget was 105 for Predator Badlands.
105.
Not too shabby to start out the gate at 80. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at 80 at all. So you've got that one now, Predator Badlands, number 1 at 40, and then the rest, everybody else just ate it.
Yeah.
Ate it. Well, I shouldn't say ate it. I mean, Black Phone 2 already just adding another 5.3. It's already out on digital. It made 120 million. So that movie did okay, but it's just, it's at the end of its run. Sarah's Oil, I don't even know what that is. Regretting you though, I think at 7 million for 70 million. I think that's a hit, right?
I mean, right for because it's the what's her face who did the It Ends With Us. It's Colleen Hoover, right? And so there is a market for her stuff, and I'm all a fan. I'm such a massive fan of McKenna Grace. So any hit that she can be a part of, or any good box office success she can be a part of, I'm supportive because I want her to do well in the business.
I get her confused. Well, only because I didn't even realize until yesterday that she was the same girl from Ghostbusters. Because she looks so radically different now with the blonde hair.
Herself down in Ghostbusters for sure.
I get her confused with Anna Sophia Robb.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're so I think Anna Sophia Robb's like 15 years older or something.
Right.
Whatever it is, but for some reason I get them confused. So when I went to see that, I was like, oh yeah, she's very good. She's a very I like her. She's really good. But she's so regretting, and the movie's a soap opera and it's not a great movie, but I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I didn't enjoy it. It's not good.
No, I know. It was the reviews have not been great.
It's not good.
But you've got like Dave Franco, Mason Thames, Allison Williams. And
it's a soap opera, dude. It's a soap opera.
Yeah, of course, that's what Colleen Hoover writes.
Right.
But like, what is it at box office? Because it was made for 30. What's the box
it's a hit. It's already like it's already at like 70 million or something. Yeah. 70 million. So it's a hit, but it's gonna wind up making money.
Yeah,
it's gonna wind up making money.
For this kind of movie. And McKenna's not not
yet
well-known lead yet.
Not yet. It's and the other kid, the Mason Thames kid, he's got two. He's gonna be a big star. Predator Badlands, Regretting You, Black Phone 2, Sarah's Oil, Nuremberg. Did you see it?
That is on the app.
Yeah.
I'm spending this entire week
watching
all of these movies.
Yeah.
I just started a Letterboxd account so I can put stuff on there in my reviews. But anyway, go ahead.
I didn't mind Nuremberg.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It's fine. But number 11, Christy.
Oh,
we both really enjoyed Christy.
I liked the movie with flaws, but I liked the movie. Yes,
and we both agree that she should be nominated regardless. Now, there's going to be
considered.
There's going to be some problems because
no.
What I'm saying here is that we're not in an era anymore where a lot of these Oscar movies, these Oscar bait movies that come out, are doing well at the box office. One battle after another, even though it made good money, it's still going to lose money because it costs $170 million to make. But a lot of people saw it in the theater, so that's one thing. Sinners is another one that will be nominated that did well in the box office. But all these other like Begonia and all that, so none of these movies are going to do well in the theater. Smashing Machine, which was touted as The Rock's big kind of coming out party as a dramatic role that he can get nominated for, ate it. The Julia Roberts movie ate it. This movie ate it. People aren't going to see it. Like, and I kind of, and I wish it was Tuesday because I would hop on Mike a little bit here too, because Mike was making it a political thing on Twitter again. And I think that's silly to where he's like, people were going out to support her and everybody wanted her, the American Eagle. It's like, there's some people on both sides that don't support their actors and actresses if they're not interested in a movie. It's just the way it works. This movie was not marketed at all. And it's not a movie these days that people are rushing out to see in the theater. It's a movie you're going to catch on Netflix or Amazon or whatever it is. That's where you're going to see it.
She's not a box office draw. She's not. I don't care when 3 flops in a row. She's not a box office draw. I know that a lot of people want to sleep with her or they think she's good or whatever, like whatever your reasons are. And I don't know who these people are that are supporting her, that are actually watching. Like, it's just interesting to me with so many levels. But like, she's not a draw because people aren't coming out to see her movies. They just aren't. And we're not in the age of the movie star anymore. So I get that. I do think there is some credibility to what Mike is saying, but not full credibility because I think, as I said in my tweet, the marketing of the movie was not great. Black Bear did not do a good job marketing this film. And this is the problem you run into when you're a small-time operation and you don't sell it to Neon or A24 or these other places. Now, it doesn't mean that those companies will necessarily market it better or get it out there more, but you have a better chance of it being marketed better. And even Adam Hlavak responded to my tweet, who's aware of all this stuff, and said, I didn't even know it was out this weekend. And Adam watches everything.
He watches everything.
Right. That puts it on the table there that a lot of people didn't know about.
It was not marketed well. And I think you said this in your tweet, and I agree with you. It's like, look, Christy Martin is a legend in the sport. Oh, she's not well known.
Yeah, no,
I mean, to me and you, she is.
Yeah.
If you're a combat fight fan,
right,
and you're in a certain age range, and of course you know who she is.
Right.
But she hasn't. She's getting more publicity, and rightfully so now.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, dude. I'll be honest with you. I knew Christy Martin and watched all the stuff that from the early times. I remember that Tyson Bruno thing.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, I didn't even know what happened to her until they were promoting this movie.
Right.
I didn't even know.
I had known because I saw the Untold doc on Netflix.
Okay.
But I didn't know until then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For years, I didn't know until last year when I watched it.
Right. And if that happens to somebody in a certain sports figure today, and it's similar though. It is very similar to the stardom of like Mark Kerr, right? Like Mark Kerr is one of the first big UFC guys, but their whole point of that is this was one of the legends and he's not talked about today, right? Same thing with her. She was the first major female sports combat sports superstar.
Yep.
I think Layla Ali is probably the best
she
ever.
Became the most famous Layla Ali.
Or the best. I still think she's the best ever. And she was just significantly just kind of taller and just stronger, right? She was great. But the way was paved by Christy Martin.
Yes. 100%.
So I think it's an important story to tell, to be honest. And I thought, and I've said this, Sydney Sweeney, I had, of course, was aware because of all the controversy and other things. And I saw Madam Web and I didn't get it. And I was like, why is she even like, who's saying she can act? And then I saw this movie. I will never say that ever again. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal in this movie, but it's not a movie. You're like, oh, what am I going to go see this weekend? You know what? 5 for Christy, please.
Yeah.
Give me the popcorn. I'm ready. No, you're not. No one's going to see this in the theater. This is not a theater movie.
We can do nuance, right?
Yeah.
And nuance is what we can do on the show. Not necessarily on social media, but we can do nuance on the show. And that is multiple things can exist at the same time. One, this is not a story that a lot of people who have all of a sudden politically got behind Sydney Sweeney are going to go see. They're not going to see a film about a female boxer who's a lesbian, gets into a relationship with a man who abuses her so badly that she leaves that relationship because she wants to embrace who she really is, which is a lesbian, and then marries a woman. There's not a lot of political people who are supporting her now who will go see a movie like that, or even see Euphoria, which is about exploring the sexuality and all the stuff that happens with people that age. So there are projects that she's picking that aren't necessarily leading to a great result. It doesn't mean she's not a good actress, right? And so to me, watching her in even Reality, the HBO thing they did on Reality Winner, she was damn good in that. So it's interesting the instincts that she has to go towards more artistic fare as an actress, Madam Web aside, considering where she's at in these interviews and the comments that she makes. So she's a complex person, and I don't think she's above being called out, but I also think you have to respect her ability as an actress, and I do. And certainly I can say I hate her answers in interviews, and I think she's lying to us, but I can also say that she's damn good in the work that she performs, but she needs to find a better team to pick better projects, Kristian, because
I don't know though. I don't know yet.
You did well, but these other projects have flopped.
Let's see. Two things. One, let's see if she winds up getting a nomination for this movie before we say that about her team.
I really doubt it, but maybe.
You could be right, but let's see. Two, which also we're probably gonna have the same answer for this. If there's a movie that's coming out with her, Brendan Sklenar, coming out in the end of December. It's like a Hand That Rocks the Cradle type.
A Housemaid. Yeah.
Right. Let's see how that does. I think we both think it's not going to do great. but movies like that sometimes shock you, right?
It's
Like
true. Especially in
bigger,
December.
yeah,
right?
bigger budget movie. Who knows?
Yeah.
But either way, let's because I still don't think it's a bad call that they had her do this movie, because I think it showed a shine in her that that I didn't know was there beforehand. And I think that now you can make the argument of why, like you said, why didn't you sell it somewhere else? Why are you putting this out in theaters? Why don't you just sell it to a streamer? Maybe or try to get like a limited release in the theater. I don't know, but either way, now that also goes to a conversation I brought up in the intro, and you and I have had this discussion, and you just mentioned too. The movie store, we've said many times over, we've been saying this for the last 10 or 15 years. The movie store does not sell tickets anymore. The movie star, the movie star can elevate your project.
Yes.
And I use Starfighter as that example, right? Like Starfighter is like Star Wars sells the product, but you get, okay, well, what who's in it? Well, Ryan Gosling's in it. That helps sell the product. You're not saying, well, Ryan Gosling, what's the next Ryan Gosling movie? You can see that Ryan Gosling's Fall Guy, I thought, was pretty good. Didn't ate shit. So there's people who have star power, but the movie star doesn't sell thing. Now the question is, who, and not just that, I had this conversation with Roxy, right?
Yeah.
Where it's not talent, because I think Glenn Powell is very talented.
Yes.
And I thought he was amazing in Top Gun. I think that he's good in a lot of these movies that he's in. And from what I hear is that Chad Powers show is good too, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, but they're doing that thing that they do. Hey, that's the guy. This is your next movie star. He's your next movie star. This is your movie star. You hear everybody? He's your movie star. And you're like, oh, let's see how Running Man does. And from what we're hearing, he ain't gonna look like it's at least doing that good.
Yeah, it's fascinating. You had Tom Cruise at the premiere. That always tells me we really need to elevate the
visibility.
Yeah, the visibility of this movie. You invite Tom Cruise to the premiere.
Yeah.
But yes, the reviews, a lot of the reviews have been positive about the action and about it's a pulse, pounding thrill ride, whatever. But like the story itself, a lot of the reviews have been saying, including, as I mentioned, Greg and Coy, like there is a conflicting thing where they're trying to make a commentary about our politics and what's going on in our world with, let's also make it fun and dazzle you and all this kind of stuff. And so it's slamming together these tones, and it might not work overall as a movie. So
have you seen it tonight?
Tonight.
Me too. Me too.
We'll see.
Well, anyway,
good. I want to like it.
Well, Sydney Sweeney also could be part of that, right? Like where I think she is absolutely talented. I think she is should get the clout for being a real legitimate actress. She's awesome. She really is. And I wasn't saying that 2 weeks ago because I didn't really have any game tape, and now I do.
Yeah.
But there is this kind of thing of she's your next star. She's your next big movie star. And you said it. There's really people aren't lining up to see the movies. Now, that doesn't mean you don't put her in a big blockbuster action, a Marvel, a DC, or whatever it might be. That is the same kind of conversation where like, oh, you could, oh, look, she's in that. And the star power kind of elevates it a little bit.
I'll tell you right now, I don't know if James Gunn watches this show, and maybe James Gunn's already had this idea. But, and I mean, don't doubt it, because he watches, channels with 10,000 subscribers, so you just never know. But like, if he's looking to do Power Girl in the DC universe, Sydney Sweeney is your choice for Power Girl for all the reasons that Power Girl is popular. One, you want someone who can really act. Two, you want someone who's attractive and sexy and got a noticeable rack, which Power Girl does. And you want someone that's gonna, kind of radiate this strength and power. And so to me, if I'm James Gunn and I'm looking to maybe explore the possibility of Power Girl, I'm starting to have conversations with Sydney Sweeney and see if that's a possibility down the road. And on the other side, Marvel, if you're getting rid of Brie Larson, and a Sydney Sweeney Captain Marvel is an interesting idea to bring her in. You cut her hair down like Carol Danvers, and you explore the possibility of her coming in to replace Brie Larson down the road. So,
no, whatever it might be, she should do something big. She should do something big next. Like she's tried to done enough of the smaller ones.
Stay away from Star Wars. Stay away from
everybody should stay away from Star Wars. Yeah. Anyway, so what do you guys make of that? Do you all the box office, everything we talked about? We had a kind of lengthy conversation on it. So put your thoughts in there. Let us know what you think. So you're going to hear me talk about it. These John, are you familiar with Raycon?
No, tell me more.
Oh,
No,
dude.
I mean that. I'm not trying to.
No. I'm telling
know.
you, like, so they're earbuds,
Oh.
and they're like noise cancellation, everything. I'm gonna tell them about it too. But I go everywhere with them now. I go everywhere with them, whether I'm gym, everything too. But I'll tell people about it. But I'll tell you about Raycon. I'll tell you about Butcher Box, who I'm so excited. Butcher Box is back, so I'll tell you about both of them right now, and then we'll be right back. All right, today's show it's sponsored by Raycon. I go everywhere with these. Look, customized. They got a New York logo on them too. I go everywhere with these because it's Raycon's anniversary right now, and what a better way to celebrate them than a deal with these everyday earbud classics. They're 20% off, which is great, and it is the perfect time to get your hand on these. They're reliable, they're super comfy, and easy to take anywhere. You'll see why they've become a fan favorite since day one. The everyday earbuds classics, they're loaded with upgrades. They got active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity. You can pair with two devices at once. And it's an ergonomic fit that actually stays put no matter what you're doing. I love these things. I wear them everywhere. The gym, if I'm in the city, I'm on the train, I'm again doing laundry. I'm listening with these. They customize this one. I got a Yankee logo. You can do. They have different colors. You can choose a whole bunch of them. You see that there. 3 million customers already love Raycon. I told Ming about them. He got them immediately, and they come with a 30-day happiness guarantee. You're going to know you're happy with them within an hour. So if you don't love them, returns are easy. You have nothing to lose. So I promise you that when you get these, you're going. Ming did it immediately. He said, "Oh my God, I love these things. They're so great. They're great." So you're going to get these. You're going to love these. I had Ming wrote them immediately. These things are awesome. I said, "Yeah, they're amazing." You go to buyraycon.com/Christian. You'll get 20% off the Everyday Earbuds Classic. You're going to say, "Hey, you're right. These are amazing. I love Raycon." Sign up for them today. I promise they're great. I'll tell you, it's already Christmas time for me. I had word that Butcher Box was back, baby. Oh, I love Butcher Box. So good, because I know there's a lot of people out there, when you look at your freezer, it looks like a crime scene of forgotten leftovers. Mine was the same way too, man. Butcher Box, the way that I'm eating, the way I've been telling you guys I've been eating, they got responsibly sourced proteins, and they ship them right to your door. There's no mystery meat. There's no sketchy sourcing. Just better options at your fingertips. If you're serious about fueling your body with the best, you got to look no further, man. Butcher Box, it's got clean, high-quality protein without the junk. I love them. Butcher Box delivers over 100 premium protein choices, and they come straight to your door. It includes 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. Sign me up. Nearly a decade, Butcher Box has led the industry with meat and seafood that's antibiotic-free. For me right now, look, I love seafood, but for me, I'm just on a chicken and beef kick right now. And they got it, and it's so good. I love throwing it on the grill, but you don't have to do that. It's really great. You're going to love it. Every box, it ships free always and includes member-only perks. It's got recipe inspirations, got tips and exclusive deals. You make the most out of it. So as an exclusive offer, our listeners are going to get free protein in every box for a year. Plus, you're going to get $20 off your first box, but you have to go to butcherbox.com/Christian. If you go to butcherbox.com/Christian, you get a limited time offer and free shipping always. Butcherbox.com/Christian. You have to use our link. That way they know that we sent you, and they say, "Hey, this guy wasn't lying. He does love us." And his listeners love him too. I'm telling you, both Butcher Box and Raycon, deals here, baby. Deals. So yeah, John, I'm telling you, like I just saw someone who just wrote, "I love slippers," wrote, "I need earbuds that stay in my ear. I got singly because they start to fall out." Yeah, that was the thing. What I used to have is, and I still have them, but like the bigger ones, that the noise cancellation ones, and I had those, but walking around with them, it's just not, it's like doom doom doom, it's and I felt the same way that he did. I'm like, I'm not gonna these things that pop out of my ears all the time. I hate them. They're great. And I lose stuff all the time. I treat these like they're one of my kids. I got the case. I got everything. I love them. I really do love them. It's one of my most favorite possessions that I have. So I hope people check them out. Their links are in the description. All right. So we've got now 19 questions.
Oh, wow.
And so we got to try to hit, a hundo today, John. Let's see if we can get to a hundo. We did. I don't have any special things to say, but I don't know if I'm sure you noticed, but last week when we did our Marvel scoop, those things went everywhere. Those
Yeah.
scoops,
Yeah,
went
yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
It's
I
great to see.
should have spread them out throughout the week. Dude, a ton of them.
No problem.
But anyway, so well, I was curious though. Do your sources? Did you follow up with any of the stuff that I talked about? And did you confirm
Well,
or deny any of that stuff?
be specific. Which ones you
I
went
don't
on?
know. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
I keep hearing about the Doom variant stuff, and
Okay.
so I keep hearing in the wind that we're going to get multiple Dooms,
Okay.
and not necessarily RDJ playing the multiple Dooms.
Interesting. Okay.
So that could be interesting if that's true, that we're going to get
Yeah, I didn't hear
multiple
that.
Doctor Dooms,
Okay.
but different actors and different
Sure.
characters in different timelines
Right.
playing the different Doctor Dooms. So that could be fascinating.
That's interesting. Okay.
If it's true.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what happens there. And right now, again, John's got 20 questions. We're trying to get to a hundo here.
Oh, come on, people.
Today. I do one other thing. We mentioned those movies that I saw. You know what I did finally see is Warfare.
Oh yeah, and
It's good. It's really good. It's solid.
Really?
I mean, you could tell that it was made by these guys. I mean, it's not and I don't have an issue with this. It's not like a real big conducive story.
Nope.
It's
one
not. It's just this is what
Right.
I felt like this was just a real event that happened, that they were saying, hey, we're going to basically show you exactly what went down when we were there. And so Noah Centineo is in it, and people say, what do you think now? Do you think he's Rambo? I'm like, does he say 3 things?
Yeah, I know. He's not
Well,
really.
he says he's not the lead. I think the kid from what's the movie with Natalie Portman and oh god, Julianne Moore that came out recently, like last.
Oh yeah.
He was the kid in that was
Yeah.
was really good.
Yes, it was.
Trying to think who really stood out.
Cooper Hoffman, I thought, was good. The guy from the kid from Long Walk.
Wait,
he was the guy on the no, not Cooper. Was it? No, that was Gandolfini's kid. Sorry,
I was gonna say
Gandolfini.
not Cooper.
I get
Hoffman.
those two confused.
Yeah. No,
Rather
Michael
than-
Gandolfini was good
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Campbell was good,
Yes.
and then and I always like Will Poulter.
Yeah, I like Poulter was good too.
Anytime Will Poulter shows up, I feel like calm. I don't know why. I like Will Poulter a lot. Even when he's in bad stuff. I saw him in some bad movie with Daisy Edgar Jones. I was like, oh, Will Poulter's in. I like Will Poulter.
He's got the kind of Gosling thing, because when he first started, Gosling played the nerdy kid in Remember the Titans,
Yeah.
right?
He's playing more of the manly guys now. Yeah.
Right, because he was
I
playing the
understand what
nerdy
you're
kid in We're the Millers,
Yeah.
and now you see him now, you're like, holy God!
I remember from Narnia, dude. I remember him from Narnia.
Right,
But,
Narnia.
I'm a big Poulter, Will Poulter fan. I like seeing him in more stuff, even though I didn't love him in Guardians 3, but it wasn't his fault.
I thought Joseph Quinn was good. I thought
Didn't I say that? I said Campbell. Who's Campbell? Joseph Quinn. That's what I meant. Who's Campbell?
You meant Joseph Campbell, the Power of Myth. That's what you.
Who that? Right, Joseph Campbell. They brought him back via AI. Joseph Campbell. Dude. I would lose to everyone in the Schmodown these days. I remember
you and me both, man.
I remember when Matt Atchity told me that. He's just like,
I was just thinking that.
Actually was like, he said to me, he goes, this is very much like a sport, because when you get older, he's like, the one thing, like, an athlete, they're, if they're playing, their arm goes out. It's like, in this game, and you're older, your mind is not as sharp as it was.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me to place names and other things now too all the time. Trying to do that in 15 seconds or what it was, like, no, thank you very little.
Yeah.
No,
I don't want a Hall of Fame match until everybody turns 55. I don't want a Hall of Fame match until
need a lot of money before that happens. I'll tell you that. Nothing to do with it.
If I win the lottery, I tell you right now, I will set it up. If I win the lottery,
if you win the lottery, you can have it. I'll give you for a discount. So 10 million. So
10 million.
So there's we were talking about Noah Centineo now.
Yeah.
This well, by the way, those ads I wanted to say.
Oh,
if you notice, there was kind of like wind and stuff.
I was wondering. I didn't want to say anything.
Because I came in here and I left. I don't know what I left in here over the weekend in the garbage, but it was the worst smell ever. It was terrible. So I thought it's much better now, but I had to open the window. It was horrendous.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was worse, the smell from that garbage can or the fact that this news story was sent to me. And this story, I hate it.
Okay.
I hate this story so much. This just shows they no essence of what the hell this thing is. Rambo prequel aims for a lighter tone. Why make Rambo? Get ready for a kinder, gentler Rambo for the upcoming prequel. who takes a puppy with him the whole entire time.
Oh my God.
Filmmaker Jamara Helander is helming the project that will star Noah Centineo in the title role, which serves as a prequel to the 5 Sloan-led movies. So it is a prequel to the movies, which makes no sense then. Previous films were all violent affairs, but have had widely differing tones. They begin with an almost melancholy and haunting First Blood, slipping into high action, rah-rah patriotism, militarism for the second and third film, and turned into a quiet, dark drama in the fourth and fifth. In a recent interview with Dexero, Helander says the series is taking a different, more adventurous and lighter approach. Adventurous in Vietnam? Approach to previous films as explores Rambo's early years during the Vietnam War. But is this Jungle Cruise in Vietnam? He says it won't be as dark as the last 2 Rambos. In Vietnam, it's going to be a little more adventurous, and I hope to inspire a new generation of 10-year-olds from Vietnam to go into the forest and play Rambo. Let's see how that goes. Helander confirmed last month that the hard prep was underway to the project, with the director traveling to Bangkok ahead of filming commencing in January. Yeah. John, what is this movie? What is this movie?
So let me again. We did nuance with Sydney Sweeney. So let's do a little nuance here. Like, fun. I get your point. Vietnam, of course, is not the place you would necessarily think lighter adventurous fare, right? Exactly. But we do know that John Rambo had a crew of guys that he served with.
Sure.
And the first movie opens with him finding out one of them died from Agent Orange.
Right, and then he's really distraught about it, right?
Of course, and he breaks down at the end, talking about all the guys and things. So, I think there is a way to show how war and the concept of war destroyed John Rambo. If you're trying to go and see this film and think they're going to do Rambo Part 2, I think you're in the wrong headspace.
Yeah, sure.
I think what they're going to do is show you what this guy was before war happened to him. And that could be an interesting exploration. And then when he gets to Vietnam, I don't know. I agree with you.
The pitch that you just started to say, though, you found yourself going, wait a minute.
I don't know how you do that with Vietnam, because and even the director is the guy who directed Sisu and is known for brutal revenge kills.
What are we talking about?
It's a confusing thing to say.
So confusing. Now, there's one thing which I don't disagree with. Rambo, if we first meet him when he's going over there, and you see him, and he's like you said, when he first shows up in First Blood, he's still kind of like his bond was with his brothers and everything too. But he had already gone through the shit. He was a POW. He was tortured.
Right.
You know, like all that stuff. Like he gone through that. So you remember, he's getting, if this is a prequel to the movies, he's tied up, and the guy takes a knife and puts it across his chest. Right. So you can't go adventurous, Stephen Sommers with that. So you gotta now I can see him being lighter when he first gets there.
That's what I'm saying.
If they would have said, well, listen, it's gonna start with him being a more lighter, optimistic, friendly guy who turns into that guy that we know, that makes sense. And maybe that's still the case, but an adventurous tone in Vietnam. Are we getting a PG-13 Rambo? No, thank you.
People forget that the Rambo franchise is built on actually exploring how the government screwed over Vietnam veterans and how the idea of war is not as glorified as you think.
He's got that speech, coming back and going, baby, cuz.
Exactly. And all of them, in the first one, the second one, the third one, there you can look at what he explores. Now, in the fourth and fifth one is a whole nother ball game, but like the first 3 are about that. So I'm confused by the commentary here, because I hope they're not going to go with like pro-America, pro-war type of stance, because that is not the foundation of Rambo. It is absolutely about a commentary on how war can destroy human beings.
Well, the second one, the second one was kind of a comment on.
Yeah, but even then, at the end, he's like, it's the government who's fucking him over, right? And so when he kills Napier,
that's true.
You know, he's saying, bring the guys back, because you set me on a false.
And Murdoch, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. And Napier's all scared. My question, though, Kristian, is who are they going to get for Troutman? Look, Rambo is tough.
Sure.
But Troutman, I think, is equally tough to cast. And who are you going to get that's going to...
Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe would be great.
He's going to have to lose 150 pounds. I don't think that Russell's going to do it. I'll be honest with you.
But I like to see it.
I don't disagree. Crowe would
look, it's Russell Crowe. I told you that story, right? the Dagnino.
Yeah.
Look, it's Russell Crowe. Silence. Anyway, so yeah, I think this and this is very similar to what we were talking about with Sydney Sweeney. I don't really have enough game tape on Noah to take. I'll tell you, the kid that is playing Stallone in this Rocky thing looks just like him.
Yeah,
looks just like him.
But again, what do you think about this, Chris? Stallone is being iced out of all of these things, man. How is he not suing every studio and every
This
producer?
is Erwin Winkler just basically doing this every place that he can to Stallone because he knows that he's got him by the balls because he owns the property.
It's so messed up, man.
Yeah, he's got him by the balls. So, but you know, the fact that he's now even doing a movie about Stallone and Stallone has nothing to do with it is pretty. It's pretty baller, but it's also pretty scumbag.
It is,
you know,
scumbag. Yeah.
It's kind of scumbag. So, again, and he's not, and Stallone has nothing to do with this one.
No,
and
the Expendables.
Right. Stallone's flair was what made these movies a thing. I just haven't seen that from Noah Centineo. Rambo was, look, like I said, I've said this to blue in the face. The book, the 1972 book by David Morrell is incredible. It's one of the best. But it's such a different, it's completely different from what the movie is. They turned basically what this director is saying, right? They turned that book into a more star driven. We're talking about 1982 when Stallone was coming off of Rocky 3 or was in the midst of putting Rocky 3 out, whenever it was. He was one of the biggest movie stars out there. Yeah. So they had to in the book, he dies. They had shot an ending where he dies. And no one wants to see Stallone die. So they turned it into this franchise of this kind of guy running around the place. And that's the movie that they're making now, you know? So I don't know. We gotta see where all this goes, or what, because Stallone was the heart and essence of all these things. I don't know if this kid has it at all, and with this tone, it doesn't get me excited about it. So yeah. Anyway, what do you? Oh, sorry, John. What were you saying?
They're not making it for us. They're making it for the younger generation, and maybe that'll work. Who knows?
Well, that's a question, right?
Do they even care?
Do they even care? And if they do, are they going to see this in the theater?
Right.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Put your thoughts in there. What do you guys make of this? Do you think that this is a smart move to go more the adventure side of it? Don't get too dark. And do you think Noah's the right guy? I could definitely be proven wrong. Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. All right. There's more. Okay. There's more. And this is what this, it's like there's two stories in Star Wars that continue to come up, and people have answers to it all the time, and the answers are always wrong. And then the one is Kathleen Kennedy leaving, and nobody really knows. Everybody says, hey, she's leaving in the end of next year, and that's been happening for the last 10 years. The other one is that Rian Johnson's doing a Star Wars trilogy. Yeah. And so there's some, and the guy's asked, and I feel bad for him because he's continuously asked about it. Yeah. Everything that he does, no matter what Knives Out project, someone's always asking about the Star Wars trilogy. And he probably just has like a standard answer that he gives. But with Star Wars finally getting back to cinemas with The Mandalorian and Grogu, Star Wars Starfighter, and the 50th anniversary re-release of the original. I didn't know that. That's cool. That's coming out in 2027. That's cool. I'll go see that in the theater. It begs the question, will people finally shut up about the Star Wars The Last Jedi? No. The answer is almost certainly not. Exactly. Rian Johnson's film will likely always remain one, if not the most polarizing Star Wars films ever page. It is the most polarizing Star Wars film ever made. There's no doubt about it. There's not even a number one contender. Johnson was linked to write and direct a potential new Star Wars trilogy back in 2017, but his Knives Out and Poker Face commitments kept him away, and the project just seemed to fall by the wayside. It's not the only reason, but okay. Johnson is moving on to other stuff now, but out promoting the third Knives Out film recently at the Newport Beach Film Festival. Johnson discussed The Last Jedi and was asked if the film's response pushed him away from the Star Wars universe. He says, no, not at all. In fact, it's the reason that I wanted to. My overall experience with putting the movie out and what you're talking about with fan feedback. I mean, first of all, I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, so I know the deal. I know that Star Wars fans are passionate about this stuff. We love the stuff we love. We hate the stuff we hate. We fight about it. And that's what's been happening since the original trilogy. It's a very good answer, by the way. The reality is Star Wars has always been something that has meant different things to different people. And I think that's the fun part. And the passion of it is the fans arguing about it respectfully. It's been the most positive experience I've ever had with anything I've made in terms of interacting with people who've seen it. I came out of the other end of it loving Star Wars fandom more than I did even going into it. I don't know if I believe that, but hey, more power to him. Fan reaction ranged from major praise to outright hatred over the creative choices. And the last film was 1.33 billion earner and the highest grossing film in 2017, and on Metacritic remains the most acclaimed film of the series outside the original. Okay, so it doesn't really talk about whether or not it's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
It just kind of says like, no, I had a fine experience. Yeah, look, here, I'm so torn on this because a trilogy, no, I don't think he should do a trilogy at all. What I think he should do is direct an episode of a television show when they do one. He did Breaking Bad, so many Osmondius, which is one of the best episodes of Breaking Bad maybe ever. He has directed countless. Looper is a fantastic science fiction film.
Yeah,
he's done so many great things. That a way that you're going to get people going, I don't want him anywhere near Star Wars, right? But if he does something again, and you're like, whoa, look at that's what I thought he was going to do with Last Jedi, or people, and the people who already loved it are going to go, yeah, he's back. He did another one. Do an episode of television. Don't do a movie. And the other they wrote the things like, oh yeah, one of the reasons he didn't do the trilogy is because his Knives Out thing. Then how did he make his doll show, his show that he did, and the Poker Face and all the other, and not doll, the Poker Face and the other stuff that he did? Of course, he could have made that the movies in between. He wouldn't have signed on to it if he couldn't have made the movies in between. It was because they all said, well, let's step back from this for a second, and rightfully so. But I thought his answers were great. I thought they were. You say what of course you're promoting your movie. People are going to ask about this all the time. But what do you make of it?
This is a great political answer, and it's a smart answer.
Totally is.
Because he caters to the fans by saying, I get it. It's a passionate thing. I've done the same thing. I totally understand what I'm saying, and I totally know what to expect. Whereas other people sometimes in response to these questions get mad and go after the fans. Rian very smartly leaned into the fans and said, I'm a fan myself, so I get it. And so that's great. I don't think we're ever going to see him do anything Star Wars related for a very long time, TV show or not. I just don't think that's possible. So he has to be asked about it because Kathleen is still in charge. So there's still a 1% Dumb and Dumber, you telling me there's a chance type of situation here. But eventually it's, once new people take over, I don't think he's ever going to come back. There's just too much of the thing. It's like bringing back Snyder. You're not going to do it. There's too much divisiveness to bring him back to the situation.
And besides that,
and I don't believe him when he says everyone loved my movie and tells me how much they love the movie. I'm sure a number of people maybe said to him, hey man, this isn't the greatest thing.
There are a lot of people, and I know tons of them who swear by that movie and love that movie.
Vogel is a big fan of it.
Yeah. Right. So people probably have told him that, right? Too, but he's also not daft in the fact that it caused a lot of shit. And there are people who downright look. That was a movie to me. Like I still have never had an experience like that before, because I remember seeing it in the theater the first time I saw it, and I didn't tweet about it. People were like, "Uh-oh, Harloff didn't tweet about it," and I was so confused by it. I'm like, I don't know if I like that movie.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't know. I got to think about this. And then I went and saw it again at the lot the next day. And I watched it, and I think that, like I said, and I think that ultimately where I land on it still was where my head was on. I came out of it going, okay, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And in my head, it's still what I think about it too. It's a very well-made film.
Yeah.
It's one of the best made Star Wars films as far as filmmaking goes, minus the Canto Bite and all that stuff. But for the most part, it's really, really well made. But it is one of those movies, at least for me, that gets so hard to watch every single time. We're doing a rewatch with Sam. Well, for me, she's never seen him. I'm doing a rewatch for the Star Wars movie. She's seen him for the first time, and I'm dreading watching that movie. Like I've every time I see it, I like it less and less and less. It's boring. I don't like the choices that's going on, and it's like it contradicts the first movie that was made, and then it goes absolutely nowhere with the next movie because JJ didn't pay attention to that. So it's a sloppy mess as far as where it fits into the story. But there are other people who absolutely love it.
Yeah, and that's why it's a divisive film, because the people who love it really love it, and think people who don't get it, which is I think is one of the weakest critics or reviewers rather you can give to a movie. But the people that don't like it really don't like it. I'm in the middle, because I think the first 30 to 45 are just terrible.
And what they did to Boyega was just it just
all
went
of
back
that.
to the beginning.
Yeah, well, we got to get him away from Daisy. Let's give him in this relationship out of nowhere.
Let's make him exactly the way he was in the beginning of Force Awakens.
Right.
He hasn't
Let's
learned at all.
Phasma confrontation again. Let's
Stupid.
make Canto bite, which is one of the most terrible scenes in any Star Wars movie. And then let's waste Benicio, who's incredible in One Battle After Another. So it tells you how much of a waste even more. But
that stupid stutter and everything too.
Yeah. But I think the last 45 minutes of the movie, from the Holdo maneuver on, I'm really kind of on board with the film and love that. I think some of the best Star Wars I've ever seen. So it's a very mixed bag for me when I look at the movie. But I'll never agree with what he did with Luke because he didn't establish it. He didn't lay it out.
Yeah.
And
it was shock value to me.
Yeah, and it's not that old men can't change, of course, but we haven't seen that. And you didn't show us that in the movie. So you have to show us him becoming embittered through multiple scenes.
Totally. And that's what Mark Hamill said. I agree with him with what he said. It's like Mark Hamill knew that character better than anybody. And maybe not better than George Lucas, but he knew that character so well that a guy who just comes in and goes, and he's like, I think for me, if I'm in that position, if that guy comes to me and says, I fundamentally disagree with this, I don't think he would do that. I listen.
Right.
I listen because I'm coming in and I'm trying to do something crazy. But the guy who knows this guy and knows everything that he's been doing has been, was talking to Lucas about it. Anyway, we can go on and on about this. The point is he ain't making no trilogy. And the reason why is because they don't know what the hell they're making now.
Yeah, exactly.
They still don't know. We know Starfighter's coming out, right? And then we don't know what comes next. Nobody knows. It's
film
is it the Ridley film? Maybe, but probably not. Is it the Kinberg trilogy? Maybe, but who knows? Is it the Mangold movie? We don't know. Is it the Taika movie? Could be. Is Patty Jenkins actually going to do a movie? No, we don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's happening.
Yeah, I think because they don't know what's happening because they haven't established the succession thing yet. Once that changes, I think that's when they're going to make announcements and whatever. But until then, we're in this like transition phase.
Right. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is something that should happen, shouldn't happen? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. We're at 30 questions. So I'm going to get to one more story before we get into
something just broke.
What broke?
Kristian Harloff.
What?
If you could put me on screen real
quick. Yeah. Where are you? Hold
on. Well, both of us.
Both of us.
Giants head coach Brian Daboll has been fired.
Oh yeah, well that was coming 2-8.
They just announced it today, just now. Just 5 minutes.
You don't let him finish. You don't let him finish the season.
That's amazing. They're like, no, just get out.
We're done.
After they lost the double-digit lead in Sunday in Chicago, Adam Schefter reporting that he has been fired.
I'll tell you, I would have kept him on until the end of the season. Let him get let him lose as many games as possible, so they get at least because Miami's 1-7 or whatever they are. There's like 2 other teams that don't have 2 wins. Let them keep losing until the end, so we get a really good pick. It's like keep him on to the end. Let him finish out his check, and then bring somebody in next year.
He won Coach of the Year like 2 or 3 years ago. That's crazy.
Not anymore. He's done. He's done.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. There you go. All right. Well, that's not anything we're going to put in the clips channel, but still something that I needed to know about. Put your thoughts in there about the Star Wars story. Now let's get into this one. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Now, Uncharted was, look, the video game movie is having like a big push now. Video game properties in general. I still think that they benefit better on as TV shows personally. And I think Uncharted would have absolutely benefited as a TV show more so than a movie. But the first movie, even though it was radically different and the hardcore Uncharted fans are not really so supportive of it, did very well in the theater for what it was. So will there be a sequel? Well, here is the question. The Uncharted director is unsure of sequel status. And I'll be honest, this makes me hopeful. And I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
Back in early 2022, just months after Spider-Man No Way Home became the first truly big post-pandemic box office juggernaut, Tom Holland found himself atop the box office again with the film adaptation of the Uncharted video game series. In the film, Nathan Drake is recruited by Sully in a race against corrupt billionaire Santiago Moncada and mercenary tracker Joe Braddock. Until I read that just now, I completely forgot any of that. I forgot that Antonio Banderas was in it. I forgot all of the plot in general, and I just remember the video games. The movie received only mixed, poor reviews from critics, but it was a commercial success. It grossed 407 million worldwide from 120 million budget, on par with the second Sonic and Detective Pikachu. It was good enough that Sony indicated it was looking into a sequel, with Mark Wahlberg revealing in late 2023 that the script was being written. However, since then, there's been no update. First film's director, Ruben Fleischer, previously expressed the desire to do a sequel. He tells the playlist this week that he's mostly out of the loop in regards to the film. I'm not sure what the latest is on that. I haven't been very participatory in it. Fleischer is currently out promoting his work in the upcoming Now You See Me, Now You Don't. He says he's still developing his long-sitting vampire western, The Sun Always Sets in the West, but he describes as essentially Unforgiven if the lead character was a vampire. All right, so I'll tell you why this is, to me, hopeful. What's wrong?
Okay. Just Ruben Fleischer doing a fucking vampire western.
I think this is Sony saying we can get out of this with a win, a big win.
Okay.
We made $407 million on this franchise. We on what we did, and we made some money on it. We capitalized on Holland at the time. We came out at a time. I think we came out 2022. Is that when it came out?
Yeah.
All right. We came out right at a time when people were starting to go back to the movies and everything too. That's a win. Our second win here could come if we just do a complete facelift to this thing.
Yeah.
I think Last of Us is probably something, if they're smart, they looked at it and gone, wait a minute. We can really build on what they did. And if we can take our video games and adapt each one of them into series and build it, we can do the same thing that Last of Us did. If they're smart, they could say, because Sully is not Mark Wahlberg. The whole reason they gave him that is because he was supposed to play Drake at one point, and then he aged out of it. And I go, oh, he's part of it. What do we do? Give him Sully. He's not Sully. Like Nick Offerman is Sully, you know? So you should just facelift it. And there is no one that's going to go, what are you doing? We wanted to see that second movie. Oh, you're going to actually do the thing exactly like the game? Boo. No one's going to say that. It's going to be the opposite. I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah. And I think Tom doesn't want to, it's my opinion. And I don't know the man personally, but I feel like if you read through the lines of the interviews, he's kind of done being like the head of a franchise, and he's a little tired of it.
Yeah. He's going to be busy with Spider-Man again.
Yeah. He's doing it one more time. And I think
not one more time. He's got a bunch left.
Well, I mean, he's got but it's Secret Wars, but that's all from the current contract he's doing. Right.
One more contract.
This is done. It's done for him. And I think he wants to go back to doing these kind of pieces to satisfy himself creatively. I mean, remember, he started out doing independent film. That's his instincts. And so I think this is one less franchise he'd have to worry about. I think you're right that Sony's trying to create a graceful exit here from the situation, because 400 is fine. But for Uncharted, I think they were looking at much more than that, even in the middle of COVID or whatever you want to say 2022 was. And I agree with you. The miscasting of Wahlberg killed that movie, and it's not that good of a movie. So I don't see the logic of it. And this isn't like Jurassic World, where you just know inherently, no matter who directs it or who's in it, that those films are going to make money. This is something that's still starting out kind of bumpy. So I don't think there's any logic in going with a sequel and recasting it, starting all over again, makes all the sense.
It would be stupid greed if they did it because they think, well, we had success with the first time. Everyone wants to see it. It's like, no, you have an opportunity now. No one's going to care if you reboot it. People, the contrary, people are going to be excited if you reboot it, and you got away with making money as opposed to making a second one. And if that loses money, then you could hurt the franchise.
Right.
You hurt it. You could rebuild it. You could build it back up and just do that whole thing and build him do the first game and build out the game and do exactly what Last of Us Season 1 did and build a little bit on your material and build off out of it and make some fun creative choices, but stick to it and get the game sales back up again on the first game. So that's what happened with Last of Us. So I think you really have an opportunity to capitalize and build this franchise up. And this guy, he's one of the best characters in video game history.
I know. I agree.
And he did not, and Tom Holland was not the right cast for that either, by the way.
I don't disagree with you there either.
Yeah.
It was a name, and it was a name for the time, but I agree.
There's a multiverse thing because it had nothing to do with what the actual thing was. So anyway, what do you guys make of Uncharted? Should they reboot it? It has been enough time already. It's only been it'll be 4 or 5 years before they do anything with it. So what do you think? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. We're going to get to your questions. But before we do, I'm so excited. I got somebody yesterday said they signed up for Cash App. Smart. I always love talking to you guys about Cash App, and you've been smart. You guys have been signing up. Really smart, because you don't want to fall for scams. It happens to everybody. You just feel, oh man, it happened to me one time. And I remember just going, and I actually left my house to head to a convenience store because they asked me to, and I realized halfway through, oh, what am I doing? And I fell for it. And people fall for this stuff all the time. So the good news about Cash App is when you get the card, not only do you get an access to a ton of perks and benefits like early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you have an extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. So if something like really shady is going on and it pops up on the card, Cash App got your back, automatically declines the purchase, sends you, say, hey, listen, something's going on here. Is this you? So you can rest assured knowing that your account balance is protected 24/7 by fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today. You got to order a Cash App card in the app, or you just go to cash.app/card. Now, for a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 off if they use the code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners, prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosure. Cash App. Big fans of Cash App over here, and I hope you guys are too. So make sure you sign up. All the links are in the description below. All right, John, we're going to get into these questions right now. Currently, my friend, we are at 31, trying to hit to a hundo today to get you started off of the week. But before we do, what's going on the channel, my friend?
Yeah, the John Rocha channel. It's happening, everybody. We just crossed 40,000 subscribers last week. Thanks to a lot of you who subscribed after Monday's show last week. You got me over 40,000. Now we're at 40,100 almost. So thank you very much for this past week. But yeah, we will. I'll have my out of theater reaction today for Running Man. We got Spill the Tequila tomorrow. We'll have Hot Mic at some point this week on Thursday, and then some Geek Buddy stuff. Probably review Welcome to Dairy, and then get stuff over the weekend. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening on the channel as well, and some announcements coming soon on some new programming heading towards the channel. So head on over there, youtube.com/John Rocha Says. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers now, please.
Please and thank you. Make sure you guys do that. 31 is what we got, and we're going to start here too. All right, let's get into John. I got some. I don't know if I talked about this. Yeah, I didn't talk about it yet, so I'll talk about it with you. Okay. I got news on, I think, Friday. It was late Friday. I was at no live show, so I can't. I think that we're going to be able to do it soon, but I already announced I'm going to have when I announce, the Kickstarter and everything for the pilot. We're going to bring on the director. We're going to bring on the producer. We just got another huge person, crew wise. Nice. That is absolutely massive. And I didn't know if it was going to happen, and it did. And I was shocked and humbled by it. I'm gonna text you who we got, and I think that you will be pretty excited. And the audience is going to be thrilled, because what we're really doing, we're going to turn this Kickstarter almost into like I don't want to say Project Greenlight, but like a thing where you get to see the process of how the shows are made. You get to be involved in the dailies. You get to be involved with the casting process. You get to be involved with, the behind the scenes stuff, like everything. So and this other thing that let me say, I'm going to put it right here. Okay. Okay. And then I can't wait to tell the audience about it. And it was massive news. That's great. Isn't that I couldn't believe it.
Yes, as a fan of those things, or at least one of those things, I'm very excited for you, and I know a lot of people are a fan of both of them. So,
and then also, this is actually this one I know you're a fan of, and they also do that.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah. So all those shows. So we're excited for to tell everybody about it. So okay, Hank Pym. Is that the first one? Yes. Shouldn't seen his last opponent be Gunther. I don't know how much excitement that's going to do.
Yeah,
there's not much excitement it's going to be. Is there any chance it could be Edge? I mean, could they get him back for
He
that?
hinted at it. He hinted at it a few months ago at an AEW live event where he did the "You Can't See Me."
Yeah.
thing.
What's his contract? Well, but that was only because he was paying because Cena had done his move, so he was kind of paying back the respect. But is his contract going to allow him to do it?
It all depends on what he's worked out with them, and it all depends on how Tony Khan and WWE come to the table and negotiate that if they let it happen. But Khan usually isn't the kind of person to stand in the way of a wrestler going for a one-off anywhere. So I wonder if they'll allow that to happen with him. Because a lot of people thought the Shield was going to reunite at WrestleMania a few years ago, right? When they played the music,
right.
Seth came out. So I don't know. I feel like if Edge wants to, and they should be able to work something out. Because Cena deserves a great opponent to end Gunther or Lesnar or anything. These aren't the ones you want to go with.
Yeah. I mean, if it's Lesnar, he's got to win. Obviously, he's got to.
Right.
So we'll see. Hank Pym, Badlands was such a banger.
Yeah,
saw it twice. Can you give some quick spoilers on it? I enjoyed pretty much every part of it except for the monkey. I don't want to give spoiler thoughts yet because it just came out.
Yeah,
right. And normally, I mean, look, sometimes one of the bigger movies that everybody's running out to see, we usually do it on the following Monday, so I can understand the ask. But it's not a smaller movie, but it's a smaller blockbuster movie, if that makes sense. So I still think it's going to do a second business. I think it's going to really cut into the Running Man's box office
probably
week 2,
especially if the reviews aren't necessarily that strong as they are for Predator Badlands.
Right. Who knows? Maybe you and I like Running Man.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't mind the monkey though. By the way,
neither did I. People are trying to create this Disney-fying of the film, and it's nonsense. The film is about an underdog trying to overcome the situation.
I like
that's what it's about. Yeah,
I liked it. Wiley,
hey,
been rewatching the Ken Burns country music doc.
Yeah,
country music doc. It's the best music film ever. Wow, reminds me. Did you guys watch the George Jones and Tammy Wynette show on FX? It's really good. I actually really love Wiley's messages lately because he's so music, such as what he does. So and I love the music ones. But no, I didn't see that stuff. Did you see it, John? Are you a country guy?
Oh yeah, I'm a big country music guy.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah, you can't put me in a box. You can't put Roke in a box.
Fair.
Got points of views on all sides. I grew up in Virginia, so country music was a big deal for me. The 90s country music, 80s country music, certainly going back to Johnny Cash in those days. But I thought that doc was great because it exposed, what has been the truth about country music is that it was influenced by black music as well, like a lot of music was. And so I like that it tried to give you a more broader view of what country music was all about. And it was great. I did not see the George Jones and Tammy Wynette show though with Michael Shannon and Jessica Chastain. I didn't want to see that.
Ralph. One Battle comes out digital. Show Sam. I'm going to potentially show Sam. Sam, the Barbie comes out tomorrow with Sam and I.
Oh, nice.
Because we did Oppenheimer, released that over the weekend, and then we did Barbenheimer. And then there'll be a few other ones that we'll do together. But I think One Battle we potentially could do. There's no doubt. It's just a matter of scheduling if I can get her to do it. But then she's gonna be busy in December, especially because we're probably gonna launch a Kickstarter in December. So we're gonna put like the Kickstarter video in. We're probably gonna do Star Wars, probably do Harry Potter. We're gonna do some big movies that she's never seen during that time, so people can support. Because we looked at it and it's like if we get enough people to put in like $25 is what we need. Because do you know how much the pilot of The Bear was, by the way?
No, how much was that?
How much would you guess?
3 million.
No, that's a big number. 1.1. We are not going to be asking for 1.1, but just to show people, because not everybody, this is the other conversation I've been having with these Kickstarter conversations, is that you cannot assume that the audience understands how everything works inside of this process. Right. And you could think, how much does a pilot cost to make? $100,000? Like, no, that's what, if you get the right actors, that's what 4 actors cost. Or less.
Right, exactly.
Or less.
Yeah.
But there's DPs, there's equipment, there's locations, there's all this stuff that goes into it that, if you put enough and you're like, okay, listen, if X amount of people put in $25, we make it at this level, right? If X amount of people put in, if even more people put in at $25, and we hit that, if we overperform, then maybe that person that was on that list for the role of this isn't as far out, isn't as unreachable as we thought.
Right.
If we hit this, maybe they are. But if we hit this, then we're not. So that's kind of what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Simon Section, Kristian, do you think it's possible to funnel any of the super chat money into your Kickstarter project? If so, I'd likely to put my 2 cents. JR is KH Dr. Umar this project. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Simon loses me sometimes on that one, buddy. I'm JR is KH Dr. Umar this. I don't know. Love snow bunnies. I'm going to answer the first part because you lost me in the second half. So the first part, do you think it's possible to funnel the super? Probably not. That's what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full like live stream. Like I'm going to do one to where it's, I think I told John this last. I'll probably do like 9 in the morning until like 9 at night, one like full live stream, and tell people like throughout it, like, hey, if you don't want to, if for maybe today, if you're going to put in, 3 super chats at $10, just sign up at the tier. That'll be good enough for me today. If you can do that, that's kind of what we're gonna be looking at. Ronetta W. Predator Badlands equals a certified fun ride. Al Fanning brought the humor. I thought she was great.
Yeah.
The Predator brought the chaos, and I brought my popcorn. I had a popcorn too. 4.5 stars, shining stars for Ella Fanning and the Badass Predator. People seem to be really digging it. It was fun.
I loved it, and I thought she was great. I said that in my review on social media. I thought she went next level, which I didn't anticipate her doing in a Predator movie. So good.
Blake Gilbert. Predator Badlands is the best Mandalorian episode that I've ever seen. That Lucasfilm wishes it would have made just an epic movie. I mean, it had that feel to it. Like, a little bit more. It was violent, by the way.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. That never occurred to me once as I was watching the movie. Like, because there was no lone wolf and cub situation here. I just didn't feel that way at all, So, but yeah, I guess people want to feel that way. I guess, but I didn't see it.
Sean, what's up, Sean? Roka, happy Veterans Day, brother. Much love.
Thank you, brother.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I just got nervous. I was like, oh my god, I'm making this guy work on Veterans Day. I was like, well, thank you, Sean. Same to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Blake coming in hot. What I liked about, thank you so much, Blake. That's incredibly generous. What I liked about Badlands, like that. Here's my example. Blake, that is the most generous thing in the world, and I couldn't help you. I couldn't thank you enough. But what I'm saying, like when I do the live stream, I'm gonna go, Blake, if you're gonna do a question, let me know what the question is. Put it in there, and then sign up for the Kickstarter, and let's go. That's what I'm gonna be telling people on that day. It's like, but that was amazing and so generous. Thank you. So what I liked about it had great elements of science fiction, also elements from other properties like John Carter or Mars books, old school samurai movies at times, and it reminded me of science fiction Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, it had those feels to it. You don't think so, John?
Yeah, old school. I guess. I mean, I guess. Again, I didn't see any of that, and I'm a massive samurai person. I didn't see any of that here. It was, to me, it's a found family movie. It's about family. That's what it's about, the found family situation. And so it's like you've got even at the end, well, we don't spoil things, but parent-child stuff is massive throughout the movie, whether it's actual biological parent-child or not biological parent-child.
But you don't think any of this stuff, John Carter, Mars, old school samurai, I can see that.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
Okay.
Even the Conan the Barbarian, I didn't necessarily see any of that in the performance here because he's not a Conan character.
No, but I'll tell you what I did like about it was that the way that they kind of portrayed him first as like the weaker of his species, but then the second he hits another planet, but the second he's on the planet, he's like terrifying because he's still a predator.
Yeah, that's why I push back on the Disney-fying. They're killing people or killing sentient creatures throughout the whole
thing. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blake. Again, super generous, my friend. Ibsy 1989, first super chat on here. Thank you, Ibsy. Love watching both you guys. Kristian, I love your banter with Mike, but I hate your take on Filoni. What take? What take? Is like I listen. When somebody's putting the stuff out there and they're giving, what do you think about this? What do you like about what he's doing? That's what I'm curious. Also, Roka, I'm a Man U fan from Manchester. Bad luck with the 3-0 loss.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are finally good this year after what 25 years. Congratulations.
Yeah,
you feel free to gloat. Feel good. That's fine. We've been great for 10 years. So
I want to know what take on Filoni, because I think that it's just the proof is in the pudding at this point.
Right.
Blake Gilbert. The Papa Predator literally looked like a samurai. She did with the armor and helmet. Love that design. I agree with him. I'm on Blake's side on this one.
I guess.
All right.
I didn't see that necessarily. But all right.
All right.
Well, again, we're all up into our interpretations.
Totally.
I saw him more as a Viking warrior. I saw him more as something out of the Vikings, out of Valhalla. That's what I felt.
You know what it is? I think Blake and I have similar tastes, and we're a little different because even this one, look at this. Christian, we do need Dutch. Completely agree. If it works. John said the same thing.
Yeah.
We need an old man Dutch story.
Do you need an old man Dutch story?
I don't know if you need it. I don't know if you need it, but I would love to see it. I need it. Maybe me and you need it, Blake, but I don't know if everybody else needs it. But I do need it. Yeah.
Put it on Hulu, then I got no problem. But in the theaters, you're not going to make any money.
I told somebody that if they keep making that comment, they're going to get time out for a little bit and then they can come back. Ronetta W. Dan Trachtenberg showed up and showed out. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Alex, picture this. Arnold comes back, teams up with Deck, and they do a Predator handshake, but this time one of them is the actual Predator. Yes. No, but please, I hope that they actually don't do that. I hope they don't, because I thought, you know what I thought really worked well and showed, again, Trachtenberg, the way that he made it work in Prey, when he had the brother say, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Right.
It didn't seem forced. It seemed like it worked. And if you knew, you knew.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought that was good. If it bleeds, we can kill it. It's great. But I don't want to see I think for the sake of just doing it.
We saw something at the end of Killer of Killers.
Yeah.
And then we saw something at the end of Predator Badlands. So I'm putting 2 and 2 together in my mind, especially with what the producer said about Arnold coming back. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Put your shoes on. Became a YouTube member.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good time to do it, man. Good time to do it. Blake Gilbert again coming in. Blake, I'm coming to say this as a Star Wars guy, but Deck would murder Mandalorian and Grogu in a fight. I don't know about it. And Grogu's got the Force, man.
Grogu's got the Force. He could literally crunch that dude into a
and he's getting stronger,
skin and bone.
Yeah, and he's getting stronger. Okay, I don't know about that one. That one we might not be on the same page there, Blake. Mike's Movie Madness. Hey, Willie. An idea for a lower tier reward, maybe PDF comedies of the original draft and the final draft of the pilot. For budding screenwriters, see our producers' notes really work. Okay, so the answer to that is probably 100% on the original draft. But that's the beauty of what we're going to do with this campaign is that you'll be able to, at a certain tier, you'll be in on certain production meetings. The producer and director both said, like, when you find out again who these people are, if you're a budding screenwriter or someone who wants to get in this industry, you're going to want to join some of these to have meetings with these people. So that's going to be something that we're going to be offering as well too. It's going to be very. I was on a phone with somebody that everybody knows. Again, it was a private phone call, so I don't necessarily want to talk to just tell them. But I was talking to somebody over the weekend. This one I haven't spoken to a little bit, and I told them that the plan, and they were like, "Oh, that's really great on offering an audience an opportunity to really be involved in the process." And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of the point." Okay, so that's Mike. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Jim Burton, from your convo last week, you've seen that POS that is Eden. What is that? Terrible movie. Somehow Sydney Sweeney with a bad German accent is the most believable person in it. I'm not too hot on her either way, but starting to see the talent. I didn't see it. Did you see it?
No.
Yeah.
But I saw Immaculate. She was good in that, even though that film was.
Is that the Ron Howard one, Immaculate?
No. That was the horror film. That she
okay.
did. And she was good in that. Like, again, there's no doubting her talent or
Right.
abilities as an actor.
Right.
There's no doubting that.
You know, the other movie I started was the Jennifer Lawrence.
Dime I Love?
One? Yeah, Dime I Love.
Good luck with that, Chris.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm just dreading it. I'm dreading it.
You did see it, or you didn't?
No, I'm dreading it because I know I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely like, like it's hilarious watching. My wife just does not like watching the Oscar artsy fartsy movies. She just does not. So the opening shot it's just a long hallway shot of the two of them, and she goes, "Switch the camera angle, please." It's like, she's like, "We get it." It's like, so the artsy stuff. And so that one was a little tougher for me too, but I'll finish that one too.
Yeah.
Carlton Rudder. Oh wait, did I finish that question? Oh no, I did. Okay. From Sydney Sweeney. Okay, got it. Carlton Rudder, London Calling. What's up, Carlton? Have either of you seen Cemetery Road? Season 5 of Slow Horses was superb. Highly recommend. McHeron books, well worth the time. I guess this is a Roka question more.
Yeah, we're 3 episodes into Down Cemetery Road. I have all of them because I get the Apple screeners. So we're definitely. She wants. I mean, the Lady Outlaw is addicted to the show, and so we are probably going to finish it in the next couple of days. And season 5 of Slow Horses was one of the best seasons of the show ever. Agree, 100%. It was great, superb. Yeah,
I love this comment.
I want to see Pluribus too. I haven't watched the first 2 Pluribus. I got to watch that.
Batteries.
Ew.
Roka mentioning racks. Yikes, that's just gross.
What's wrong with you? Jesus, what's wrong with you? Everyone thinks I was just born at this age. It's like, listen, I had my run with racks for quite a few decades. So,
I'm not with you on that, Battery. Let him say what he wants to say. Renetta W. Support and love for the fellas. Back to work. I go. Thank you, Renetta. Always a vibe hearing you too. Thank you. It's always great hearing you talk. Enjoy the rest of your day. What a very nice. Renetta, you're always the sweetest. Every time you comment, you're the best. Thank you. Battery. Arnie returning to take on the ultimate predator. Trump. There you go. That's good. Go pal. Gosling getting beat like he stole something. What's that mean? What does that mean?
Oh man, I don't know.
What? Go pal. What do you mean? I get lost sometimes in some of these. I don't know what you mean there. Getting beat like he stole something. I don't know. Unheard Sirens Incorporated. Lighter Rambo. That's like casting Michael Cera as James Bond. I will tell you something again about Michael Cera.
Yeah.
So I just watched Barbie, I think, for the second time. It was all the time. I definitely liked it more the second time than I did the first time because I just get the tone a lot more. And I've walked in on scenes that my kids have been watching. So Michael Cera is phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah.
He's so good. As Alan, he's so good in that movie. And I think that you're watching it with Sam. She was kind of enjoying it too, so it made me like it a little bit more. But Michael Cera's James Bond, good call.
Yeah.
Darth Vader's burnt asshole. Welcome to Darius' plan for 3 seasons. Yeah, each one going back another 27 years. That's what my daughter told me. Loving the show and personally iffy CGI. Doesn't really bother me anymore considering everything is CGI these days. See Frankenstein yet? I have not seen Frankenstein yet. I'm probably going to do that one with Sam or Ming coming up soon. I haven't done it. I figure we just watch that. That might be a good one to watch because it'll be my first time watching it also. So probably going to do that one. So yeah, I disagree with you though on because everyone else is doing bad CGI means let's take a show that really doesn't need it and that has been so solid in the storytelling and building out the lore and ripping you out of it for a little bit. It's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Yeah. So I disagree with that, but I'm excited that the 3 seasons are planned because I love how they are doing that and building on because it'll elevate it chapter 1 and chapter 2 even more. Yeah. Do you think you like the idea that they're doing? Because I guess they'll do the 30s and then 1908 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Because I mean, horror. Why wouldn't it be something that would go every 27 years? Right? It makes sense. That's the premise of the show.
Hey, Mr. CJ. Hey, Arnold, what are you looking forward to seeing in this week's Running Man? Well, to be honest with you, it depends on Edgar and what he's going to do. Is he going to shoot there and go, look at that, and it'd be a little slow-mo and then creative, like one around, and you go, hey, and you move your head around and you look into, oh, there's the guy from the Top Gun, the Glenn Powell. So all I want to do is make sure that they'll try to be me. Don't do the one-liners, do something different, and put Whiskey and Lulu in there. All right. Put Whiskey and Lulu in there. Why not?
Good stuff.
Ralph! Tarantino says he loves for the First Blood novel and debated on doing a faithful adaptation with Adam Driver as Rambo and Kurt Russell as Teasel. Imagine. I didn't know that, and I would be the first person online if that ever happened. I would love that. Did you ever read that novel, John?
Of course. Yeah, we did it on the Cinephiles recently, First Blood, and so I went and read the novel.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a brutal book.
It's brutal. Dude,
it is not the movie.
No. Again, I always use this as an example. If you know the movie well, when he's leaving, when he first of all, when he busts out of the prison or the jail, he's clothed in the movie and he
kills police all over that book.
He punches the guy in the face in the movie and bloodies his nose. He guts the dude in the book. Guts him. And then he kills every one of those cops. He kills them all. Kills everybody. He kills the dogs. He kills the guy. He kills everybody. Because they're like we can't. He shows you that this ultimate killing machine.
Right.
And then and Teasel, by the way, you kind of like him in the book.
Yeah.
because he starts to like Rambo because
Yeah.
he's a Korean War vet.
Right.
So they have like this he's got this understanding for him. He starts to like him, and then when Truman kills him, at the end of the book, you get why he has to. In the deleted scene, it made no sense why he killed Rambo.
Right.
So I would love a Tarantino version of that, John. Holy shit.
It'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Once he lets go this 10 thing that he's lying about.
He's not retiring.
Of course not.
I can't stand when people do that. Orca 447. Here's the big question. Who will be the November domestic champion, Wicked or Zootopia? Worldwide, Zootopia will win easily. Wicked is not as big overseas, but domestically, I think we see a very close race. I think that's fair. John, why don't you answer that one?
I think it's tough because you say Wicked is not big overseas because you're basing it on the first one. But Wicked has now been seen all over the globe on these streaming services. So the idea that you're going to compare the box office that's coming for a sequel or a part 2 of a film that's now been seen globally and people know what they've got in terms of the quality here, I think it's going to be a lot closer race than people think. And Zootopia, yes, Zootopia did really well the first one. We don't know how the second one's going to do, right? We don't know if they're going to capture the magic. We don't know if it's going to be as interesting, and we don't know if there's going to be as strong of a market, which we've seen now. I mean, go and show me the Bad Guys 2. How'd that do? So you just don't know animation wise, if these things are going to grab on to people and if they're going to do like them. So I think
Bad Guys as opposed to Zootopia is a different argument, but I understand what you're saying. But like
sequels not do well animation wise.
Sure. And also the time that it came out. Remember, this is going to be coming out in the November kind of Thanksgiving area, right? When this comes out. And I always say it, and I'll say it a million times over. If you give families something to see in the theater, they're going to show up for you, especially based off of something like this is the movie that my kids want to see, and you get the kids in that theater, you're going to make some money here. So I think overall Zootopia will beat Wicked, but I think you're correct, Orca, in saying that it's anybody's race in the domestic side of it. But I'll still give the slight edge to Zootopia. But I won't be surprised at all if Wicked wins domestically. I still think it'll do well overseas. But I think that overall, I think Zootopia wins because you just don't count out the kids. Just don't do it. Alex, I'm utterly disinterested in whatever deconstructionist take Ryan has on Star Wars.
Yeah,
I think Last Jedi was a product of a very cynical era in American film, where it was uncool to be sincere. Agree or disagree? I happen to agree with you.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, I think that there is, I think that, and I also think you're never going to hear him say this because it wouldn't be prudent for him to say it. I think he liked pissing people off. I think that he's got that thing in him where he's like, I don't think he would have changed a damn thing. And he told the movie, and there's something I admire about him where he's just like, I'm making what I want to make. And if he didn't, I completely believe him when he said like, it doesn't, I like the fandom even more. I don't think he was like, damn, these people are brutal. I don't think he gave a shit. I don't think he cared. But I think he did it to piss people off. I think he definitely did.
I'm not smart enough to make a video on this, but there is an exploration here to be had on why Kathleen Kennedy was so willing to give him a trilogy after he made a deconstructionist film about Star Wars.
Because I don't think maybe she didn't see it that way before it came out. They signed him up before it came out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But she's seen the dailies. She saw them.
Sure.
Sure. So to me, I think maybe there is an argument to be made that that's how she actually views Star Wars. And I think that is the source of the foundation of the conflict between the fans who love Star Wars and suspect that Kathleen doesn't love Star Wars and is trying to create Star Wars or turn Star Wars into something else. And so her liking Rian Johnson and giving him a trilogy is something to consider here.
I couldn't agree with you more. Simon Section, I guess we're gonna see Rambo surfing in Vietnam like he's in a remake of Apocalypse Now, PG film, the horror. Christian, John, how do you like your water buffalo? Slaughter? No, then talk me into it.
Okay.
Is that from Predator?
No, Apocalypse Now.
Okay. Do you know? I don't know if I've ever seen that movie.
What?
All the way through. I've seen clips.
Bro.
I know.
Bro.
I know.
Bro.
I think I need to see that one. I think that's one I might have to see on do a
reaction.
Yeah, maybe. 43. Come on. Can we get to 100? Let's see.
Come on, guys.
Matt Krugman from me and the Best of the Bears fan. Thank you for keeping us on our toes yesterday. I was watching that one from the restaurant for that place, and I was just like, this just doesn't. It's not going to end well. And I hate the fact that I'm just like that when they lost, I was like, okay, 2-8.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
course.
Let's keep getting that pick. I don't want them to win anymore. Like why? Why they can't make it to the playoffs?
Yeah.
Lose, keep losing. It's like major league.
I'm not even watching my Commanders anymore because I know how bad they are.
No, it's
a
bad.
waste of time.
It's bad. 44. Let's say okay. And now, we've got this next one coming up again. Thank you for everybody who's been in here. You want to keep us going? Let's do what we're doing. Yeah. Kiki and Luca, thank you for doing the Demon Slayer shows. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we missed it last week. The movie. We're after this. We're recording that, and then I have to hop on a train and go to the city to go see Running Man. See Black. Anything new on Doomsday? Not on my end, Roka.
No, I haven't heard anything either, and neither is Jeff. I asked him about it over the weekend. Okay. Nothing yet.
He's probably so annoyed with that. The Lil Yankee, support on my way to work. I like Roka's DCU and MCU Sweeney opinions. Your Kickstarter is going to be massive, Christian. That's very kind. That's very kind. I really hope so. Look, and the other thing I'm telling people on the stream on Wednesday, and this is something that I'm learning stuff about Kickstarter also, is that if we get blessed enough that we hit our goal in day one, right? Wow. Like Kickstarter, that's what happened with Stuckman. Stuckman raised over 250K in his first day.
Yeah.
And it showcased him right away to the front page, and then more people found it and everything too. It's another social media platform. So
yeah,
I'm gonna do everything that I can to hope and to see if we can push for that. If we can hit that day one goal, and then like I said, get here, make the show. Get here, make the best show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, we have like ideas for who we want for like DP, but you know how much a DP costs.
Yeah.
You know, that's half. That's the DP we want is half of goal one.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of and all this will be explained. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, well, someone said 25 is a lot to donate. I'm making a television pilot. You know what I mean? I'm not making. There's the tiers that I saw from Stockman were 25, 50. It's like I'm not making. I'm grasping straws again. I'm making a television show, so that's why I'm asking for what it is. So I totally understand. So yeah, if that's a lot, then you're not gonna be able to donate, and I completely understand. I completely get it. Not everybody's gonna be able to, but it's really not in the grand scheme of things. It just isn't. Go pal. Roka, what did you think of David Allen Coe? I had a friend of mine who put on the long-haired redneck, and you never.
I don't know. Talk about separating the art from the artist. I mean, I think some of his songs are good, but when you do a deep dive on his character and some of the lyrics of the songs, not so great.
Yeah. He says his redneck a word you can't use here. I mean, and name of the name of the album, so it's fine.
Yeah,
sure. He's just trying to be respectful. I get it. Okay, Paul Hitchcock. Really like Predator Badlands. Mando and Grogu comparisons make sense with Deck and Bud. The fight between Deck and Qui made me want to see that with two Sith. That'd be cool.
I don't see the Deck and I really don't see it.
Okay.
I just don't.
All right. But I think
Bud was his own entity. Bud was his own thing. Deck was his own thing. They were both on separate journeys. They weren't on a journey together in my mind. So
yeah. Comics with Izzyverse NYC. Badlands, thumbs up. Pay cost of living 6++4, $5. Badlands pay. Sometimes I don't understand this. The questions. Did you get that one?
I think he's trying to say that they pay the $6 for the tickets plus $4 and the food. It was $30.
Badlands thumb up. Pay cost of living. Yeah, I'm sorry, comics with Izzy. I don't get that one as much.
Yeah.
Go pal. Eden is the Ron Howard one. Right. That's the one that right. That's why I said Ron Howard. And you said
he was asking about the
other one.
The Immaculate.
Yeah. Okay. Nathan Drake. Roka, you gonna watch All's Fair? Kim Kardashian is a lawyer standing around with her butt out. I might have to check it out. Bro. Is there a trailer?
It's already out.
Oh.
It was horrific. I watched 30 minutes of it and I was like, I can't. This is so terrible. What a waste of incredible. She's the head of a law firm, which of course it came out over the weekend that she failed the bar again for the 6th time in LA, but she is the head of a law firm. She can only do that in a fantasy world, which is like, it has all Sarah Paulson, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash, like Glenn Close. These are all the other female lawyers in this show. And she is horrible. And I get it. They cast all these strong actresses to elevate her, but it only makes her look worse. So yeah, it tanked. It's tanking.
Okay. Francisco Lopez, if they're going to reboot Uncharted, I prefer a movie than TV show. I could see Jack Quaid as Drake. Yeah, I couldn't disagree more. If there was, and I would be really upset if they did a movie because you can't. It's just so condensed. If they did a movie, I'd probably just scream boo into the camera. That would be so horrible if they did a movie because it's like you take all the great stuff that's in there, and like, imagine they would have done The Last of Us season 1 as a movie. You would have lost you would have lost all of it. Like, no, please. I mean, no offense, Francisco, but I hope they don't hear that. Please don't do a movie. That would be terrible. Go pal. Ryan Gosling was an absolute liability at cornerback. And remember the Titans? They had to move Petey from offense to replace me. I need to watch that again. I haven't seen it in so long.
Sam Levine, do you remember that scene?
Was he in that?
No, remember they kept tripping him up.
Oh, right. See, again, yeah, until you said that, I've blocked out most of that. I am Two Fly Cam. Me and my lady excited for that 50-year mortgage. Yay. Enjoy.
What stupid things they're promoting now.
46.
Oh, all right.
46.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
We might be able to get to 50. Hold on.
Maybe.
Let's see. Joey Pedris. You might have addressed this already, but what do you think about the Gremlins 3 announcement? Chris Columbus is coming back. And I did talk about this when they announced it. I just, what are they making? Are they making the Gremlins 1 or are they making Gremlins 2? Because they were set up in a very different tone. The first one was a horror comedy. The second one was a satire comedy, which has built a kind of cult following. I can't stand it. I hate it. Bibiani and Mance run that fan club. I can't stand that movie. And I hope that they do more of the first one. If Chris Columbus does a movie like the first one, then yeah, I'd like to see what they do with it.
Yeah. I don't know. You're bringing, I'm more excited that the Final Destination Bloodlines guys are involved in this. I'm not excited about Chris Columbus because if you look at his resume, and I said this on Geek Buddies last week and on Hot Mic, his resume is not good over the last 20 some years. Some pretty bad movies there. So I'm not excited for him to direct it. I think Spielberg EPing it is great because I think that's why they brought in the Final Destination Bloodline guys, because even Spielberg was like, look, we'll let you do the movie, Chris, but we're bringing these guys in so that we don't let you go into the safer places that you like to go to. We're going to have some more edge to this. And these guys also directed Final Destination, so they might even be on set, with certain scenes. So I think the combo is fine. I'm not excited about Columbus coming back to direct this because he's always been a safe vanilla type of filmmaker. So
I think the safe vanilla filmmaker for Gremlins 3 is okay though. Paul Hitchcock, not interested in an Old Man Dutch. There you go, Roka. Yeah. At this point, I'd rather see The Son of Dutch with Alan Richardson. Roka, what's scarier, Dad Predator or Cheryl Hines hopped up on joy mode? Is she taking joy mode?
I don't know. She's irrelevant. Whatever. No, Dad Predator is certainly scarier, and I'm down with Alan Richardson. I'm 100% down.
Yeah. Harv's K, are you guys planning to watch Pluribus? This is such a strange answer you're going to get from me.
Okay.
I love Vince Gilligan. Breaking Bad is one of my favorite shows, like of all time. All I hear is how Pluribus is great, and it's so amazing. Why do I have no desire to turn it on?
I don't know.
I don't even know what it's about.
Maybe you're just not a Rhea Seehorn fan. Maybe
I don't even know who's in it. I know nothing about it.
Better Call Saul. Oh, you didn't see Better Call Saul.
I didn't see Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I think if you saw Better Call Saul, you'd be more interested because she's the lead in this, and she's the co-lead in that show. So
I eventually will, and I'm probably one of these things. Look, I didn't discover Breaking Bad. I didn't watch Breaking Bad until it was already on for 4 seasons.
I still haven't watched.
You still never seen Breaking Bad?
No, I saw the first season years ago.
Oh, okay.
I've never gone back to it.
It's great. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And I might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Comics came back. Comics with Izzy. I paid extra $6 for tip, food, $35 equals 41 plus 20.
Still, this is all Greek. I don't understand what
he's saying he paid extra $6, and then he paid for food. So he's like 41 plus 20. I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. But I think he paid a lot of money.
What does that mean, COM?
But I think he paid a lot of money.
Okay.
Either in general.
Okay, so the food plus tip was $41. Then the ticket was $20. 61. Well, why are you ordering food at the movie theater? Don't bitch if you order food at the movie theater. You know it's going to cost a lot of money.
How do you know he's bitching? Maybe he's just saying what he paid.
Oh, really?
I don't know. He's bitching.
Bragging. He paid $61 for.
I think he's just saying it was worth the money he spent because he liked. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm trying to help him out. Comics. I'm trying to help you out here. So all right. I think that's it.
Oh, we got one more from GoPal, I think.
Oh, we do. Okay, let me double check. All right, let's see. Okay, there you go. GoPal. You got one more and you get the 50. One more person can throw in and they get 50 at least for today. GoPal. Has Chris Columbus directed since Harry Potter 1 and 2? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yes. What did he direct?
He directed Pixels, which was horrific.
Oh, Pixels. Did it do well though, Pixels?
It did not do well, though.
No.
Here's what he's directed since the Harry Potter movies. He directed Rent, the version of Rent, which was horrible. Terrible version of Rent. I Love You, Beth Cooper, which was not good. Yeah. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, which was not good, so much that they rebooted the whole thing. Pixels, which was not good. The Christmas Chronicles Part 2, meh.
Oh, yeah. Did he do Part 1?
No, he didn't. Part 1 was good.
Okay.
And then the Thursday Murder Club recently on Netflix, which was
so he's been doing stuff.
Yeah, he's been doing stuff, but they haven't been good.
Right. But yeah, I think that you get him for that reason alone because like you said, he's a safer guy. But I wouldn't mind it. All right. Well, today was 49. Whatever. Oh, no, there you go. 50th. There you got 50 by GoPal. Pluribus was great to go in totally blind. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it.
Yeah. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. Yeah. It's one of these things that I can easily see myself going, why wasn't I excited to watch that? Is Rian Johnson. I'm Rian Johnson. Sorry. Vince Gilligan. I'm like, I mean, come on. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like, I think sometimes when I see things hyped up and I see people talking about how great things are, sometimes I go, I'll find out for myself eventually. I don't know why. Sometimes I do that.
You know what's funny? Seeing you go through things that I went through because I'm older than you. I went through the same things. That's people like, remember people gave me crap. Why aren't you used to give me credit? Like, why aren't you reviewing it the moment it comes out? And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I'm not in a mood because I want to see things when I'm in the mood to see them. You know,
I get it.
Yeah.
Joey Pedras. Any plans to watch Keeper this weekend? Which one's that?
Oh, that's the Osgood Perkins horror with Tatiana Maslany.
Oh, I like Osgood Perkins.
The trailers are fucking insane.
Great. I like her too. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's a reaction one. Yeah. Comics. Badlands loves extra cost.
No.
That's what you're saying.
Badlands loved extra cost.
Yeah.
No.
Comics, you're doing this on purpose today.
I know he is doing it.
He's doing it on purpose. He's writing in hieroglyphics. Okay. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. 52. I like it. Good start. Good start for the week.
Hope we get to 100, but thank you.
Oh, you got 53. There you go.
There we go.
Campy has said that the MCU created 30 visions of Doomsday trailer for Avatar 3.
30 versions?
Oh, wait a minute now.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I love that. I love what John said. That's one of the scoops last week. That was one of my scoops. Literally my first scoop on last Monday was there were various trailers created for Doomsday. So I love John, but that was John. That was not John. That was mine on Monday.
Right.
Yes, various trailers were created, and that's why I said that Peggy and Steve were in one of those, but they're battling back and forth on it. So, okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you guys. And
thank
again, John, real quick, where can they?
Please follow me at The Rocha Says on social media everywhere. And then head on over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Rocha Says for all the stuff going on there. Get us to 50,000. Thanks to everybody. Got us to 40,000. Thanks, Kristian. Another fun Monday. Take care, everybody.
Oh, sorry, John. So yeah, check out John. Please go check out John. And we'll be back here tomorrow with Roxy and Mike. And again, for people, and I want to just address the comment before where, look, I told you, what we're not shooting like a kind of a low budget thing with the pilot. We're trying to like shoot this thing and then show Netflix, Apple, whoever, Amazon, Paramount, whoever, and say, look, this is a finished product and this is what it would look like if you guys would have given us the money for it, but we did it on our own. You can't do that for smaller tiers. You just can't. So we're getting like, I want to hit goal one and you're going to get an experience that you're not going to have at other ones, where you're going to be involved in the process. You're going to be involved talking to people that you wouldn't have access to and those things. So that's why the tiers are going to be what they are. And I'm really modeling them off of similar what Stuckman had done with Shelby Oaks. So again, if you can, I understand it. But I was just going to say, if you're able to, and if enough people do, we'll be able to make this show. So that's all I'm saying. So thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Oh, Miguel, John's gone, so I'll answer this. Who are your top 3 personal favorite male and female performances of the year, not based on an Oscar buzz? Who do you think should and will get nominated? Well, I can ask that one. So favorite male, Leo, stands out. Michael B. Jordan stands out for Sinners. I mean, if we're looking at supporting Sean Penn, I tell you, I like David Johnson in The Long Walk. I don't think that'll happen. Julia Roberts, I thought was great in After the Hunt. Sydney Sweeney, definitely for Christy. Those are some of the ones that pop out right now, but there'll be more for sure. But that's it. That's all I got. Thank you guys. Please go check out my Welcome to Derry episode 3 reaction. It's out on the channel now. I'm going to have an out of the theater reaction for Running Man tonight. And that's it. So thanks for being here. Thanks to John Roca, 54 here today. I appreciate you. And we'll see you on the flip side. And the other thing too, please, and I said this on Wednesday, and I say this to you guys here. If you're watching this, whether it is live now, whether it is on the replay, whether it's on the Clips channel, what in this experience, what I'm doing with the pilot, would you want to see, and what would get you excited to be part of it? Whether it again is being part of the casting process, seeing table reads, doing having access to whether it's when we finally do an after party, whatever it might be. What is it for you guys that you say, you know what, this is what I want to see, what I would like to do, and how I would want to support this thing, and how I want to also say, look, I helped get that thing on the air. That's what I want from you guys. I've been listening to all of you for over 15 years now. Community is the most important, and it's going to be all of us together getting this done. So whether it's the comments whether it's comments, live comments on the replay, or just in live streams coming up, let me know. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the flip side. Bye, everybody. And peace out.